Hey Onan fans, Johnny C from New Jersey. What we're going to do today is exercise our 7.5 JB generator. You see all those clouds up there. Well, we have the remains of Hurricane Barry coming up the line over here, and I'm in New Jersey, so we're not going to get much. But we're going to get some, I guess, substantial rain, thunderstorms, whatnot, starting tonight. Plus also, in a day or two, we're going to have temps close to 100 degrees. Now, that may seem like nothing to you guys down there in Texas, Florida, whatever, but up here, that's a lot. So anyway, we want to make sure that we have power to the house. Now, we got two generators right here. That right there is my DJB, okay? You've seen that in some of the most recent videos. We'll have that also on standby. Of course, I got to get some more diesel fuel. I think I only got half a tank. That'll probably last me a day. The thing just sips fuel. But we're going to concentrate on this guy right here, okay? The way that I have this wired up right now is to my transfer switch, but for test purposes, I'm just powering up those two lights, okay? Those two lights, by the way, obviously are not being powered by the generator, but they're being powered by the grid. So I just want to make sure everything works okay. Let's get a shot of the front of the JB. Okay, we did this restoration going back a year or two ago, whatever. There we are, plain simple, pretty much classic meters, the whole 9 yards, whereas with this guy here, we had to put this thing together and made our own box. But anyway, what do we have for a transfer switch? Aha, here we are. This is a modified Onan transfer switch. I got a controller built into this thing, but the controller is not really controlling anything. It just does a lot of monitoring of what's going on over here. So we got a lot of things flashing. But anyway, what we have here is about 115 volts from the grid, 60 hertz as you can see from the grid. Let's power this thing up. Okay, so in order to do this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip a breaker up here, and it's going to simulate a power outage, but I just want to make sure everything is cool in here. Okay, come on, let's open this thing up. I love this thing. Slightly modified, no big deal. Okay, do we have our, yep, we have our switch to auto right there. Okay, as you can see, everything else is in line. Let's close this guy right here. Now, the way that this thing is going to operate, when I throw the breaker for my MIG welder, which this thing is kind of like plugged into right now, as you saw, it's going to start the generator, but it's not going to, then these lights are going to go out right here, okay, for about a minute. What the transfer switch is going to do, it's going to allow the generator to run 1 minute, approximately 1 minute, wrong generator, 1 minute until it warms up, then it'll transfer over to the generator power for the lights, the load, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so here we go. Let's flip the breaker. All right. Now, I don't know if you noticed before, but the green light was on, meaning that the grid power was there. Right now we have no lights because really there's no power going anywhere. Right now this thing is just warming up. Let's see what we got here. Nothing. Okay, so we're going to give it about a minute, and then, you know, whatever these lights draw, which is really virtually nothing, it'll be reflected on here. I like this little controller that I put in. Again, I don't use it to control the generator. I'm just using it to monitor all different functions, all kinds of crazy stuff. These warning lights are blinking because there's some things that I need to reset, but I'm not worrying about that. So let's go take a look at what we got here while this thing is warming up. By the way, this thing is really set up for natural gas and propane. I just have the choke free right now so that the gas lean will run this thing. So you'll probably hear it sputter a couple times until this thing is warmed up. Oh, there we are. Okay, so right now these lights are getting the power from the generator. This is red because it means, well, it was originally emergency right here, but it's emergency power. And here's what we got right now. Oops. Okay, voltage is slightly low. I see 112 volts, whatever. I could up that a little bit, that's no problem. I'm gonna come over here with these analog gauges. You know, they are what they are. I'm gonna up the voltage a little bit. Let's see what we got. There we are. That's pretty much in line with what we need. Okay, and as you can see, our hertz is, where's my finger? 62.48 hertz. Voltage is right there, around 120. And we're virtually pulling nothing as far as amps. Okay. I must have these both in the same leg. But anyway, so This thing seems to be running pretty good right now. So if we do have any power outages because of the storm that's coming or the excessive heat, we'll be able to run the generators and power up the house. Both these things are ready. This thing I just got done putting together. Basically, it wasn't a generator when I got it, you know. But anyway, it runs really well. If those two fail, I got a few more in the back, okay, but the smaller ones, I got the 6.5 NH, that runs both gas and gaseous fuels. I got a couple generators over there. I got the Hello Kitty guy, girl I mean, over here, ready to go. And I got this guy right here. But this guy don't run yet. This is my next project right here. Gets no spark. It's gonna be an easy fix, hopefully. So anyway, that's about it. This thing is running okay right now. I just want to make sure it starts. We got gas, okay. Gasoline, that is. Got a few more over here that is filled up. So if we lose power, we're ready to rock and roll. All right, so right now if I go back to grid power, okay, boom. Immediately, these lights are still on. The transfer switch immediately went over to grid. All right, green light, everything cool. This thing's gonna stay running for about a minute because the way that I got the switch set up, it'll run this thing at no load for about a minute to cool down. And then it'll shut off and everything will be good. So that's about it. Now there's my other diesel fuel cell, or whatever you want to call it, fuel can. I'm going to get that built tomorrow. By the way, in this guy right here, I'm running off-road diesel. As you can see, it's a little reddish. They dye it red. The advantage of off-road diesel is that in New Jersey, at least, you don't get taxed on it. So it's about 60 to 80 cents cheaper than regular pump diesel for, let's say, your truck. All right, so that's it. Everything seems to be functioning okay. I'm ready for the storm. Johnny C from New Jersey. We'll give you an update if the worst happens. Take care, bye.